Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome to a first look video for a new release, a voxel release here. It's Kitchen Crisis from Team Samoyed. This is a fun concept game. We're going to have a cross between a kitchen slash cooking setting and a traditional tower defense. Neat little title. Let's go ahead and play some Kitchen Crisis. We begin with our main character, Student Living Alone. I'm kind of bored. Isn't there anything fun to do? No! Wow, what's going on? Hello, Earthling. Holy crap! It's an alien. Do not be flabbergasted. We don't mean any harm. We are spacefaring foodies. It has come to our attention that Earth has its own gourmet food. We've come to try them out. Surely you will be compensated even when acquire the currency used by Earthlings. We've prepared a kitchen, and it is at your disposal. If you are to provide enough food to satisfy our appetite, you will be able to return home with riches. I can't do that voice for long, but I've never been a cook, and I have no clue how to cook here. Not to worry, this is your first encounter, Earthling, with an alien. It's only natural that you don't know how to properly serve food to us. We will provide you with a step-by-step instructions on how to cook. Let's start with preparing the kitchen. See the white table over there? Pick a spot among them where you will stack the food that you will be cooking. Choose where you will be cooking by using arrangement adjustment. Stir-fried potato is our first thing on the menu. Good job. What's the name of this dish? Stir-fried potato. Looks appetizing. Can't wait to try it out. Now that you have chosen your dish, you will have to install cooking appliances in the kitchen. You can install them as you please. Refer to the recipes in order to install the appliances in a way that will help you cook well. So we need ingredients. We need a cutting board. We need a frying pan. Great! Continue on making the food. Now you see the blue warp on this end. And you see the red warp on the opposite end. When you will be cooking, our foodies will be entering through the blue warp and consuming the food that you have prepared while moving towards the red warp. You know, traditional tower defense stuff here. We will return home when we have eaten our share and are fully satisfied. The Earthlings call this, what's it called? A buffet? Something of that nature. Anyhow, the manner in which we consume food might look strange to you, but there is no need to judge, since we, aliens, have our own food culture. Alien, sir, can I ask you a question? Sure thing. What's the question? You mentioned that you'll be returning home when you are fully satisfied. What will happen if you are not satisfied? Very good question indeed. If we are not fully satisfied by the time we reach the red warp, we might as well just have a taste of you, Earthlings. So give it your best. After all, if you cook well, you will return home in one piece. Anyway, when you are ready, open your diner. Look forward to your food. Oh, and beware, you can't change the position of dishes on the serving table after you open the restaurant. Alright, so here is the first level. We prepare dishes. We have 2 prepared for now, and we head to the frying pan to prepare 2 more. We prepare 2 each time. That puts us up to 4, and we're getting messages from the hungry aliens as they come on. And it's clear that right now, anyway, it takes 2. They eat 2 servings each. The funny thing with this one is how you essentially have food as your ammunition, as your firepower in your traditional-esque tower defense. It's a cool thing because unlike a traditional tower defense where you just throw up the towers and you upgrade them as time goes on, here, like in a kitchen setting style game, you have to prepare dishes, so step by step by step, and characters are doing that, and the characters' lives are on the line as they might get munched on by aliens. Neat concept. 2 very common themes amongst games sandwiched pun intended, into one. And so what we're up against here is each time we select a new item for our menu, you can skip. So you don't have to select new ones necessarily, but they can absolutely help you on your way. Now what you need to know is kind of your basic settings of them though. Like the grilled fish, the amounts, the distance, all of that's the same. The satisfaction, meaning the damage to the aliens, aka how full they are, how satisfied they are, well, the baguette does more. Each of them has just 2 steps, and the steps take the same amount of time. So the baguette is a better option than the grilled fish, at least without upgrades or anything impacting the outcome of the satisfaction or the process. Steamed pork, well, better satisfaction, extra steps. Meaning it's going to take longer to prepare, got more going on, and therefore the trade-off for a little more satisfaction, not good. But here, difficulty's higher, satisfaction significantly higher. We're talking about like double. But 3 servings and 5 steps instead of 2. So there's a trade-off on how do you see value. You're getting double of one thing, you're getting 150% of another, and then you're adding 3 steps to the process. The trade-off, while it might be a lot of extra work, the trade-off is quite clear, especially when you have the 3 servings and doubling the satisfaction. We've already seen that whatever our first dish was, which we have no idea what's the actual satisfaction on it, it took 2 servings. So you had to complete the process once just to satisfy 1 alien. This should satisfy 1 alien 3 times. 3 aliens could get satisfied from this. So the extra workload with 5 steps versus 2, if we're tripling what we're getting, 6 processes would be the same as the baguette, and therefore the steak set meal, if handled properly, it's worth it for the trade-off portion of it. Cooking is fun, isn't it? Seems like you've developed new recipes. You're expected to serve better dishes by each day. Human food is pretty good, but something is missing. I would say it's too bland. Come up with a method to enhance your ingredients the way we like them. Hopefully you can use them to improve the flavor to our liking. Enhance ingredients. Here we get upgrades that we choose, and they'll have different impacts on the playthrough. So foods with selected ingredients give 10% additional satisfaction for 2 seconds after consumption. So you're going to feed them and satisfy them that much better. Guess we food with selected ingredients have a 2.5% chance of overeating for 1 second. Overeating doubles satisfaction, but it's only a 2.5% chance. Hearty foods with selected ingredients increase satisfaction by 5%. So this is just a straight increase, kind of across the board. And that's probably a good one to do, especially as we're going through the tutorial. We have 3 ingredients set up already, though. And none of them appear more than once. We're going to go with the rice. And now we need to set up another station. So steak meal set, and this one has quite a few steps, and you can see we've got some kind of error messages that show that we are not ready for this one, but we know that rice is part of this. So we're going to put in the rice down here, and then we have the pot, and then we're going to have to do the steak. And we need a oven. We're gonna spin that around. And then we need a countertop. Now we see we earn gold. We get paid as we go along. But this is about survival, not about getting rich, right? So we want to spend that money to help ourselves. Right now, enhanced ingredients is what we have available to us. Savor, slowing them down could be a good way to get a chance to get ahead of things. We'll go ahead and take that one, and we'll do that with the raw meat. And we have room for another. We can upgrade the saver to 0.12, which certainly has something nice, but it's diminishing returns. So we'll go ahead and take something new, the potatoes. And that's everything added. We're set to go. You can see the updated menu board where we have the serving time cuts down a little bit. Here the satisfaction's a little bit higher. But you can see just how slow we are at the process right now. Especially coming around the backside. I could have moved our character to this side. It would have helped him out a little bit. We'll do that for the next time. Hello, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt your cooking, but I forgot to explain something. Remember when I told you that you can't change the position of dishes once you open your restaurant? You can't change the position, but you can temporarily pause the cooking. Try hovering over a placed dish to see how you can pause and resume cooking. It will surely help you manage your kitchen more effectively. So we can turn it off or turn it back on. I want to get one of these done, and then we can stop cooking there and go work on the other one, except for he's still working on it. So let's let him finish the one he's on. See, right now the time is too long. That's the end of the round. It would be nice if what you prepare holds over to the next round. It does not, though, so we just had two guys come through. We take a little damage. Alright, consumables. One-time use kind of things. Satisfaction from dishes increases by 30% for 8 seconds. Food on the serving table is served to random guests 10 times without lowering the amount of food. Oh, that's nice. We'll take that one. Alright, well, the chicken breast sausage is out when the fried chicken and the french fry are essentially identical. We do have boosts to potato already. So with that, it's the serving time is sped up. So the french fry wins out on the difficulty 1 dishes. But what about well, right now we have a difficult time with difficulty 2. We already have one in place. So we'll go ahead and take the french fry. Hello! Yesterday's food was excellent. I have a lot of friends who want to come over because your food is so good. I'm sure you can't handle all the guests by yourself. To make cooking easier for you, I'm going to create your clones. They'll cook with you. Good luck with them. Much is expected of you, Earthling. This is an 8-part. We have clones. We'll get it to 3, especially as we're about to have 3 recipes. Alright, so we've got potatoes already. We have a cutting board right there, but we need to have a fryer. We'll place that right around the corner so it's close. And then we'll put the french fry right next to the fryer. And then we're going to go ahead and select move. And we're going to start placing these guys out where they can begin a little bit faster. Beginning the next stage. And we get things underway. So far so good. They're not even getting past that first stage. That's the nice thing about that steak one. It's wiping them out one after another. Oh, with 2 of them working on it. This is a rather easy round to get through. Just these last couple coming in fast. Got ahead of us, and we had them covered pretty quickly, pretty easily. Now we're heading into day 4 of the tutorial. Final day of the tutorial. Alright, well, bang for your buck, easy to do whole potato will help get us through. So we'll take the whole potato. I have a special request for us. I'm going to let you level up your kitchen appliances and cooking skills a bit more. You're probably overwhelmed right now. Make sure you enhance your kitchen appliances and cooking skills. If you cook well by tomorrow, you will live to see another day. And as your kitchen gets more and more complicated, you'll want to keep an eye on how your cooking is going via the kitchen status. Appliance enhancements. You can see that this ingredient box research is going to cut down serve speed time for all of them, and that's a more general advancement. I love that you do get feedback here on, you can see our steak set meal takes the most in terms of cook time, but the travel time's still at a minimal. And satisfaction by dish, it's way ahead at 83%. The french fry is not even getting involved because that steak set meal has taken care of so much of that overall satisfaction. And then the stir fried potato has kind of picked up the rest so far. We have no bottleneck, that's good. But we do have an item. The whole potato needs to get on the menu board. So it's just a simple potato and, what is that, oven? Looks like, yeah, just a baked potato. Yes, it is. So it's just the ingredient box and the oven. That oven only gets used for one thing, and the whole potatoes are fairly close by, so we're not even going to change that one out. What we'll do is we'll add the whole potato nearby in between the two. And with 2,800 gold, we'll go ahead and clone somebody, and we're just shy of being able to get one more out there. And since it's the last day on the tutorial, we'll go ahead and enhance some ingredients. I'm not even looking closely at what they are, looking at what's already going to be helpful for us, like the savor, or we can, I guess, do the overeat instead. Oh, but that's going to use a new ingredient. Okay, so existing ingredient it is. Appliance enhancement. Ingredient box again. Cutting board research used for 2. And there you go. That is what we can do for now, unless we give a small advantage to this guy here. So we can start from this location. This will give us a little bit of a bottleneck because we only have 3 ingredients boxes, 3 ingredient boxes, and we have 4. So opening the restaurant, yeah, so he's just kind of standing there going, wait, I can't do anything. There's the boss. And we have not taken care of the boss. He's got just a tiny, tiny sliver of health left, and he's going to get on through. In fact, we've just stalled and froze out, and we didn't get any of them. That was a bad final day. That was a very bad final day. He came on a little fast, and all of our early points went into the big one that knocks everybody else out, but we didn't get him knocked out. Seems like the restaurant was a complete success, simply because we survived the tutorial. You may rest for a while, but your cooking has become too popular among us to send you back to Earth, so you'll have to work for us a while longer. Take a good rest, and see you next time. So you can see we get feedback here. The french fry never even got used, never once. The whole potato at least did, but it was that steak set meal which was the most valuable. So those higher level ones, those higher tier ones are absolutely useful, but day 4, it ended up hurting us because of the length of time that it took to get it prepared, and it definitely stalled us out there a little bit on that final one. Alright, well, that is the tutorial. That brings us back to the main menu, and yes, I'm not done with this first look just yet. Let's play some actual game. Let's jump in. For now, all we have is student living alone, so we will have to use that character, but you can see eventually we will unlock 10 characters, and we have 20 stages plus chaos, assuming that chaos is endless mode. We gain attribute points as we go along. And you can see our cooking speed is a 1, our movement speed is a 5 for student living alone. We haven't gotten into it just yet, not sure we will, so we'll take a look at it now just in case. But we have attributes that we get to modify with. It's a bit of a roguelite tower defense game, and so we can do things like starting with extra staff, or cooking speed increases, or running faster. We have things like satisfaction from all dishes, dishes serve faster, serving range increase, also secondary effects like the amount of gold that we earn. Satisfaction from starter menu increases by 10%, and receive 5 free enhancement tickets to upgrade without spending gold. We have the Blitzstein. They have 150 health, so it's 150 satisfaction that you need to take them out in a single point. Their attack power is 3, meaning they will nibble on us for 3 out of our 100 health. Their movement speed is 4.2, fast and energetic, but can't eat much. We don't know what else is coming just yet, and here is a look of the map that we will be using for this one. The path traversing around. We'll have a nice kitchen space to work with here, and we get attribute points +2. We'll find out how that all works, but looks like we already have 4 clones, and we have 3 items on the menu already: the stir-fried potato, the whole potato, and chicken breast sausage. This is day 1 of 16. Let's start preparing for what's to come. I kind of like the idea of using each separate area for preparation. Potatoes, a chopping board, and a fry pan for this one. And I think we're gonna just line it up right here, so we'll put it right at the end. Nice coverage area with that. Cutting board in the middle. We need the frying pan. Can be reached from any side, and an ingredient box. Alright, that's 1. Next up, whole potato. Need a potato and an oven. Well, the potatoes are right there, but maybe we just run this one separate. Give it its own station initially here. So we want to have a ingredient box. Maybe put this one as a late game backup, finish them off. This is the whole potato, right? Yes. So we're gonna put the whole potato down here, catch them before they exit, and we want the oven facing this way. Perfect. Alright, and next up is the chicken breast sausage. We have 2 more clear areas to work with. This is also a difficulty 1, so we'll put this back here towards the tail end. We need chicken, we need a cutting board, and a fry pan. So chicken, cutting board, fry pan, we'll put it here. So chicken, cutting board, fry pan. Next up, we have 4 clones to get us started. Right now we don't even need the 4th one, but assuming that this one is literally just a couple steps, I don't think you're ever going to need another, so we'll put the other one up here, and maybe they'll be able to jump in at some point and start the next one, right? Or, big or here, there's no cost, right? We have infinite amounts. Why don't we put it on the menu more than once? Let's go with, what did we have? We don't want to do the whole potato. It's 94. Their health is 150. None of them are going to do that. It's going to require 2 no matter what. So the whole potato right now has good value for this round. So whole potato extra. So we're going to have another ingredient box and a oven. And then we will put, 1 of 1. We can't put a second one. Well, darn. But what we can do is move, and we can place an extra station for it and just load it up. There we go. So we can still double it up. They just have to have the same end destination. Alright, that's us ready to go. By the way, I'm set to ×2 speed. No gold, so we have what we have starting out. Yeah, so we get a little head start with there's a lot of them coming, but we've got a good number coming. They're catching them at the end, and we've managed to get through the first level without taking any losses. That's a good start. The Katsu Sando, no matter what it is, that seems to be where we want to start with the next one, because it's got the difficulty 2 and more steps, better bang for your buck. Alright, so we need steak, cutting board, and to fry it. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to keep it a little bit tight. We needed the steak, we needed the cutting board, and then we need to fry. And then we also needed bread. I think it was a countertop. Let's make sure that that was the correct. Yes. So bread and countertop to combine. That way you're just turning around right to there, and we have our 5th. Alright, we got 750 left. As much as I want to clone again, I think the easier thing right now is to begin upgrading across the board. It's going to help us in more ways than one. Are we still missing something? What are you missing? We need a fryer for the Katsu Sando. Hold on, let me go back and see what... Oh, it's a fryer, not a fry pan. Gotcha. Gotcha, okay. We are going to remove that and put in the fryer. There we go. Alright, so we got that straightened out. Good thing I noticed the exclamation point and didn't notice the banner at the top, but, you know, we got there. We got there in the end. Enhance ingredients. Okay, there's that overeat. Split cooking amount of food with selected ingredients increases by 1 serving while decreasing satisfaction. So that's good and bad. Foods with selected ingredients has a 100% chance of 1 serving food reduction upon completion, while guests within 2 cubes of the consumer share the effect. I'm going to go with the overeat. I get what it does. I don't understand the other two. They did not look like they have positives. Potato, most used thing at the moment. Appliance enhancement, well, it's obvious where to begin. You begin with what's most frequently used. Okay, 150 gold. I think we're all set. Alright, they are starting to get around towards this backside a little bit, but we've got 5 of them there. It's going to take care of quite a few of these guys. And we just made it through that level. Thank you for making delicious food, Earthling. Take this and make more delicious food. We have a consumable. Gold provided by guests increases by 20% for 10 seconds. Up to 7 guests reappear at the entrance when they reach the exit without causing any damage. When a guest revisits, its movement speed increases 2 times. Additional 1 serving cooked when a dish is completed. That's all dishes. That certainly adds up, but the gold one is going to help us enhance things early in the game. So, how are we looking now? For one thing, we have 2,000 gold, so we can easily clone somebody to get additional help to make something new, and we certainly have the space for it. Steak is pretty dang easy to do, and simple steps. We know 115 does enough. 115 does enough, but we're talking about a lot of steps here. This is stir-fried potato, which we already have. It would add to it, meaning we could have a second station for it. Kind of liking that idea. We have it right here. I think we're gonna just move this one and make a second station somewhere like right here with an exit point there. Alright, well that's the station set up, ready to go. We could actually clone another already, but I like the idea of enhancing our appliances, like the frying pan. Enhancing ingredients. This is more like it. Sharing foods with selected ingredients decrease. No, again with that trade-off and trade-off, but this is a positive. We still have the chicken and the raw meat, so I think I want to get at it again. Slow steps, hearty food, we know that's good. Well, 5% of 100. This one's 10% essentially, when most of them are at about 100, so we'll take that one. Chicken, and one more to cover the meat. Okay, and this slows them down, so we'll take that one for the raw meat. And that's it for this round, so open the restaurant. Here they come. Getting those first couple is tricky, but then once you get that first round here, you're kind of all set. Alright, that was definitely easier that time. We were more on top of it. From here we can see that each upgrade has 10 levels to get to max. This one is a instant completion at a 20% chance. Does that eventually get to a 100% chance on the last one? Might be. The bulgogi has 3 bonuses applied to it. I do like that, but it is a 3-step process where for just a little bit less satisfaction, the baguette is a 2-step process. But we do have an extra new kind of character coming in. So that bulgogi and those bonuses combination, we'll go ahead and take it. So we have meat, we have a cutting board, and a fry pan. Definitely focusing on this ingredient box as kind of our earliest upgrade one. We're up to a 50% chance of that one actually working out. So the low percentage means it's going to be pretty rare, but the more you focus on one of them, the more likely it is to be a regular thing and actually contribute towards speeding things up. Or at least that's my concept, that's my idea here. On this day 4, we have something new coming in this time. We'll go ahead and slow it down and open the restaurant. We have 7 clones now, and here is that first one. And there we go. Ah, there's the new one. He's definitely taken more to take down. He's got a much higher level. Our clones are all over the place and nobody is down here to help, but fortunately there's enough to bring those guys down, but we still have a few left here. But we have taken absolutely 0 damage to start this one. Definitely a good beginning, and that's the end of day 4. Today's food was truly impressive. I will bestow upon you one of the treasures that have been passed down my family. Take your pick. Gold from gas increases by 15%. All costs down 10%. Cooking speed increases by 0.6% every second after restaurants opening. Interesting. Closing time. We'll take the increased gold though. That has a permanent effect. Ooh, our first level 3. That salmon steak looks challenging, to say the least. Fried sandwich is quite easy to add in, so that would be the next selection. But before we proceed, 4 days of tutorial, 4 days into the game, that is going to do it for this first look. I like the concept. I like the crossover between a kitchen management simulation and a tower defense game. It's neat how it does it. It definitely puts you under a little bit of pressure, but because you are doing your setup in between, it makes it a pretty low stress game. I mean, there's that slight stress in the moment of like, oh no, are they gonna reach the red portal? But outside of that, it's out of your hands at that point. You've prepared them, and either they're gonna succeed or they're not. So it makes it a nice, low-key, fun game to play. And if you like kitchen sims, and if you like tower defenses, it might just be right up your alley. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.